And then second half will just like fully restore. Oh, here's Peeps.
Yeah, and let's make sure they're okay with.
Okay. I'll just keep it real soft though. Nothing. Well, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Hi, Marlene. Cindy.
Hi.
Hi, did I hear you talking about what the class is?
Yeah.
So it's restore, which I'm stoked on because I never get to teach restore hardly. Usually it always falls on Kim, which it does, but I'm subbing.
Yay.
So I was saying to Barb, what's your granddaughter's name?
Oh, it's Megan.
Megan.
Or Mego.
Hi,
She
Megan,
goes by
welcome.
Mego. You guys is Mego.
That's cute.
So I was saying to Barb and Mego that maybe we'll do like just very, very, very soft flow for the first little bit. Like just a little more movement than just restore.
Okay.
And then by the last half, we'll just do like full blown restore. Sound
Love
okay?
it.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Love. Let's get this party started then. I'll spotlight myself for you guys. And then looks like you're all muted. And let's go ahead and just begin in a comfortable seat. So whatever that looks like for you today, whether it's kneeling, cross-legged, sitting on a bolster or block. And then just as I'm doing, stretch a little bit, move your body a little bit, feel around. You can do the same thing I'm doing or something totally different, but just feel how is your spine, how are your shoulders, just what's going on inside of your body physically. And eventually find stillness in your seated meditation. Close your eyes or lower your gaze and just start to tune into your breath. And start to turn on your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And then as you turn on and connect to your ujjayi breath, whenever you're ready, you could start to add some movement with your arms, like a moving meditation. So as you inhale, your arms will reach out and all the way up. Maybe your palms come together at the top. And as you exhale, your arms will reach out, like you have great big wingspan, and then all the way down to your sides. So slow, intentional movement with your big, spacious breaths. See if you can take the entire length of the inhale to lift your arms up, the entire length of the exhale to return your arms back down. Notice, does your spine move as you reach your arms up and down, or can you keep your spine nice and long? Do you feel like you're rounding? Do you feel like you're overarching through your spine? Just notice, get curious about all the little micro movements and all the little micro adjustments you can make. So the ones you don't even really see from the outside, but you feel something different on the inside. Take one or two more, just like this. Try not to hurry or rush at all. Go slow, connecting to your breath. And then as you feel complete with these, we'll go ahead and transition onto our hands and our knees. So when you're ready, come forward to hands and knees, tabletop position. And from tabletop, we'll do something just slightly different. Take your right leg back, curl your toes under, and just kind of push forward and back a little bit. So with your hands, you're pushing and pulling, and you're stretching the back of your right leg like you're trying to press your right heel towards the ground behind you. And then after you've done this on the right side, switch sides. So take your left leg back, curl your toes under, and just kind of rock forward, rock back. You're pushing and pulling with your hands. And as you push with your hands, you're trying to get your left heel closer to the ground behind you and stretch through the back of your left leg. So if you want to pause there for a moment and just breathe there, feel free. When you feel somewhat even on both sides, come back to a tabletop position and move any way you want to move. So cows, hip circles, child's pose. Just feeling around, noticing how your spine feels, how your shoulders feel, how your hips feel. Good job, you guys. And then let's slowly start to find our way into a downward facing dog. So no rush whatsoever. Just in your next few breaths, downward facing dog is where we'll eventually end up. Once you're back in your dog pose, you can feel around. You can pedal out your heels, shake your head yes or no. So work into the length in your spine and your side bodies. Work into the length of the backs of your legs. One more inhale in your down dog. And then as you exhale, set your knees down gently. Come back into a tabletop. And we'll move into a thread the needle. So make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. And if you want to, you could even extend your left leg out to the left. Right arm out to the right, all the way up towards the sky. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath you. So come down to rest gently on the outside of your shoulder and head. And then big deep breaths, working this pose in whatever way you would like. We'll be here for about 7 to 10 rounds, so a little while, a little longer than usual. But see what you can find here. You're welcome to explore in your own way. Just stay present, use your slow, intentional breath. Repeat. Thaw through your face, your jaw, your forehead. And if your left hand happens to be lifted, set your left hand back down. Next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it out and all the way up, up, up. Bring your right hand to the ground. And pick up your left foot, swing your left toes off the right edge of your mat, and then pull your hips, kind of lean them over to the left as you gaze back over your right shoulder. So finding length in your left side. Breathe into your long left side. End of your next exhale, back to your hands and your knees, tabletop. And then once again, take it back to a downward facing dog. So lift your hips, lengthen. Push into the ground with your fingertips. Take a great big inhale. And then as you exhale, crawl your hands to the back of your mat until you're in a forward fold. So eventually forward fold at the back of your mat. Little or big bend in your knees. All of your toes face forward. From here, we're just going to take some spinal roll-ups and spinal roll-downs. So you can keep your arms and your head heavy. And just super slowly start to roll all the way up. And only at the very top, your head stacks. Once your head stacks, take it back down. So chin to chest, shoulders roll forward, and then all the way back down. Just move slowly like your spine is a string of pearls, one pearl at a time. You're rolling up and down. Imagine there's a wall, an invisible wall right behind you, and you're trying not to touch your butt to that wall. So as best you can, keep your weight slightly forward. Take one or two more just like this. Make this a moving meditation. So notice if you're getting impatient, if you're trying to hurry. And see if you can just be with the very simple movement with so much awareness and even with patience. Next time you find yourself in a forward fold, just stay right there. So eventually, weight is in your feet and your head is heavy. Your neck is relaxed. Inhale, halfway lift position. Get all the rounding out of your back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips or hands on the ground and walk your hands to the top of your mat until you're in a plank pose. So top of your push-up. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Your hips are level with your shoulders. Big inhale as you push the ground away. And then exhale to slowly lower down. Strong straight line. Inhale. Back bend of your choice. So baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, sphinx, whatever you'd like. And then as you're ready to sit back into a child's pose. Hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. Your knees can be wide. They can be together, somewhere in between. And you might just kind of swivel your hips side to side a little. You might roll your forehead gently side to side against the ground. Think of it like a third eye massage. Bring awareness to your third eye center. And then next inhalation, tabletop position. Moving towards thread the needle, bring your knees at least hips width distance apart or maybe a little wider. And if you want to, you can get your right leg out to the right, extend it out. And then left arm out to the left, all the way up as high as you can. Breathe in here. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath. So reach, 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 and then gently rest down outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. In any way you want to work it on this side. So feel free to explore or adjust. Breathe into your back body a lot. Then, next couple rounds of breath. If you happen to have your right hand lifted, set it back down. Next, inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out and all the way up. And then exhale, left hand down. Pick up your right foot and reach your right leg back. Right toes off the left edge of your mat. So push your toes into the ground, kind of lean your hips to the right. Gaze back over your left shoulder. So this should feel good. If it doesn't feel good, see if you can find a way to adjust so that you're getting something out of it that feels like therapeutic, that feels delicious in your body. Take one more deep breath. And then back to tabletop position. And then back to downward facing dog. All right, big inhale into your down dog, lift your hips high. And then this time as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Spinal extension, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, release, fold. And then let's rise. You can roll or reverse swan dive. Inhale, arms extend. Hands to your heart as you exhale. All right. We're just going to stand with awareness and intention. Arms down by your sides, palms open. So you're not standing like lazy, like you stand in line at the grocery store. You're standing with awareness. Feet rooted, shoulders nice and broad. Draw up through the crown of your head, and as best you can, feel into a neutral pelvis and a neutral spine in your own body. Just like we did at the very beginning when we were seated, all you're going to do is move your arms. So as you inhale, you'll reach your arms up, palms face each other, maybe they even touch. As you exhale, you'll reach your arms out and down. Inhale, reach up, palms up, and then possibly together. Exhale, reach out. Your palms are facing down now. Maybe you even bring your palms to your thighs and just go up and down like this slowly with your breath. Eyes closed or open, whatever works best for you. But try to keep your awareness a little more inward so you're not focusing on what's going on outside. You're focusing on what you feel in your body. You're focusing on your slow, deep breath and this slow, mindful movement. So how much awareness can you bring into this slow, simple movement of your arms just up and down? What do you notice in your shoulders? What do you notice in your spine or your pelvis as you reach your arms up and down? Do other places move or collapse, compromise? Or can you make this movement come just from your shoulders? Notice if you shrug your shoulders up towards your ears as you reach up, or if you can keep them relaxed down. And then please, you can take this at your own time and pace, but next time you inhale and reach your arms up, you'll exhale and dive down. So instead of exhaling your arms down, your whole entire torso comes all the way down. Halfway lift on an inhalation. And then plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Top of your push-up, inhale, push the ground away. And then all the way to your belly, slowly, slowly, slowly. Pause on your belly, and we're gonna take shoulder pigeon. So right arm first, right arm out, palm faces down, and then roll up onto your right side. So your right arm should be coming straight out from your shoulder, and try to relax your head down. So if your head can't relax on the ground, put something underneath your head. And then left arm might reach up and back. You could bring your forearm across your low back, or you could imagine you're trying to get the backs of your hands to touch each other. There's another variation that you'd like to take here. Please feel free. And give yourself, we'll be here for about 7 to 10 more breaths. So we'll be here for a little while. Draw through your forehead and your jaw. Draw through your face. Big, spacious breath. Take about 3 more rounds, and maybe you give yourself a couple open mouth sighs. And then ease your way onto your belly. And for a moment, just rest on your belly. Bring your arms in towards your sides or whatever feels good with your arms. Turn your head the other direction and shimmy your hips or rock your hips a little bit side to side. If you want, you could bend your knees and windshield wiper your shins. Good job, you guys. And then in your next couple rounds of breath, we'll move into our shoulder pigeon on the other side. So your head is already turned to the right. Extend your left arm out with your palm facing the ground and roll up onto your left side. So make sure your hand comes straight out from your shoulder, your palm faces down. And make sure you can relax your head either on the ground or on a prop of some sort. And then focus on your breathing, slow, steady, spacious. Off through your facial muscles. Nothing is forceful or aggressive. You do the exact same thing you did on the other side, same variation. Maybe this side feels different and you try something different. So about 5 more deep breaths. Maybe your last couple of rounds, big sighs out your mouth. End of your next exhale. Ease your way back onto your belly. And turn your head to the left side. Bring your arms into your sides or whatever feels good with your arms. Give your hips that little rock, that little shake side to side at first. And then with your knees at least hips width distance apart, windshield wiper your shins. And in your next couple of breaths, let go of that. Find your way into a child's pose eventually. And once again, in your child's pose, you might swivel your hips side to side. You might roll your forehead side to side. You could even walk your hands side to side if you want to. And eventually, let's say in your next couple of rounds or so, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale your right leg to the sky. If you want to, open your hip for a moment, or just kind of feel around. Maybe you rotate your ankle, roll it out. As you are ready, we're moving into a pigeon pose. So right shin to the top of your mat and set your body down. Please feel free to take this on your back or in a seated variation if you know that will serve you better. Otherwise, maybe you even use some sort of prop to support you, like a block under your right butt cheek. You're going to start to work into your fold whenever you're ready, just bowing forward. Pull your right butt cheek up and back. Breathe deeply. Take about 3, 4, 5 more breaths in your pigeon. You want last breath, open your mouth, sigh it out. Start to slowly lift your upper body. And we're going to meet in a seated position. So if you're in regular pigeon, just plop over onto your right butt cheek, swing your left leg around. You are in some other variation, however you need to get into a seat, and then just kind of shake out your legs or give your thighs a little love pounding. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Let's leave our right leg extended and bring the sole of our left foot to our right inner thigh. And let your hips open towards the long edge of your mat. So you're not trying to square your hips towards your extended leg, you're letting them open. Right hand, just rest on your right thigh. Right toes are flexed and active, left arm to the sky. Inhale here, get really tall. And then as you exhale, slide your right hand down your right leg, reach your left arm forward towards the front of your mat. Imagine your heart wants to look up, so as best you can, let your heart rotate towards the sky. Keep your right toes flexed and active. Press down through the back of your right heel and the back of your right thigh. Press your left foot into your leg and your leg back into your foot. Breathe into your long left side body. Take about 3 more breaths. Good job. Next time you inhale, rise up, reach both arms up. And then as you exhale, just let your arms fall down, relax down. All right, take your left leg now and extend it as well. So you're in this wide-legged straddle. If you want to change positions, rotate your body at all, that's fine. And if you want to sit up on top of something like a bolster, a blanket, that will be a little modification. It will help you get onto the front edge of your sit bones. So see how I'm on the front edge of my sit bones rather than rocking backwards like I'm going to fall over? That's what you want to try to do, is get on the front edge of your sit bones, even if that means you have to bend your knees. Flex your toes back and active. Take your arms to the sky, inhale. And like a swan dive, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart. You can reach your arms out to grab your feet, or you can reach your arms forward, whatever you prefer. Let your head relax, or keep your neck as an extension of your spine. We'll be here for about 5 deep breaths. Press down through the back of your heels and the back of your thighs as best you can. So my thighs are not touching the ground, but I'm creating the action that I would do if I want the backs of my thighs to touch the ground. It's like somebody's stepping on your quads on the tops of your thighs. Flex your toes back, breathe. So every single breath, see if you can create more space and then melt into that space. Bottom of your next exhale, roll up. So one vertebra at a time. You can kind of crawl your hands in. And eventually your head lifts up, stacks. Extend both legs forward towards the front of your mat. Lean back for a moment and just shake out your legs. And if you want to, option for a couple windshield wipers. So feet on the ground with knees bent, nice and wide. Take your knees side to side. I do recommend that, actually feels really nice. And then however you want to get there, just be intentional. It doesn't have to be fancy, but however you want to make the transition, find your way back to a downward facing dog. If you know you're taking pigeon in a seat or on your back, you can stay here and just find your way into pigeon on your left side, however you want to get there. Otherwise, downward facing dog, walk it out. Inhale your left leg to the sky if you're with me in down dog. And if you want, you can take a moment, open your hip, roll out your ankle or whatever feels nice or interesting or curious. And then eventually we're all moving into pigeon on the left side. So no rush. Eventually your left shin will come forward, or you can find it on your back or in a seat. You can support yourself with props if you want. We'll hold it a little longer than we do in a flow class. So prepare to be here for a while. Maybe means you don't go like 200% at first. You go like 75% and then slowly you settle in a little bit more breath by breath. Take about 3 or 4 more rounds. Open your mouth at any time and big sigh. Ah. Okay, bottom of your next exhalation. Start to find your way slowly into a seat once again. Both legs forward at first and just shake it out or give them a little love pounding. Okay, left leg stays extended. Sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh and let your hips open towards the long edge of your mat once again. Left toes flex back, press down through the back of your heel. Left hand on your left thigh, right arm to the sky. Inhale here, get tall through your spine. Then as you exhale, Slide your left hand down your left leg, reach your right arm up and over. So you're not trying to fold over your left leg. You're in a side body stretch. Your heart wants to look up. See if you can let it. Press your right foot into your leg back into your foot, and breathe. Breathe into the space between your right ribs. Breathe into your right waistline. Take about 2 or 3 more. With your next inhale, lift your upper body and reach both arms to the sky. As you exhale, just let your arms come down to your sides. Just like we did on the other side, now extend your right leg out so you're in a wide-legged straddle. And if you need to, sit up on a block, a bolster, or a blanket. Get on the front edge of your sit bones as best you can. Flex your toes back. Press down to your heels, or press down through your heels. Take an inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, lengthen, 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 then release. Hands can rest. Actually, this time, everybody, rest your hands out in front of you. Crawl your fingertips forward as far as you can. And let your neck relax. Breathe into your low back. Press down through the back of your heels and try to press down as well through the backs of your thighs. Then, invitation, keep reaching your hands forward, but start to crawl your hands, spider crawl your hands over to your left leg, framing your left leg, fold over your left leg. Try to keep your awareness of your right leg and keep pressing into the backs of both of your heels. Breathe here for about 2 more breaths over your left leg. And then staying in your fold, spider crawl your hands now back through center and all the way over to frame your right leg. So one hand is on the outside of your right leg, one hand on the inside. Try to keep both sit bones grounded as best you can. So folding over your right leg now, breathe. Press into the backs of your heels and try to press down through the backs of your thighs. Your toes should be facing straight up. And then with your next exhalation, walk your hands back to center. Take a couple more breaths, last couple of breaths, reaching forward. Maybe you can reach a little further now. Maybe you can get your legs a little bit straighter now. And then nice and easy, just roll up. So again, your head is the very, very last thing to lift and stack. Once your head stacks, bring your legs to face towards the front of your mat. Let's lower down onto our back. And once you get there, windshield wipers. So feet nice and wide. Make sure your feet are wide. That'll open up space in your low back. You can tee out your arms or cactus your arms. And just take them side to side. Windshield wiper your knees. Whew. This is like a deep restore class today. Deep stretch and restore. Take a couple more slowly side to side. It's like my favorite movement in all of yoga. It feels so good in my low back. So if this doesn't feel good to you, see if you can explore. Maybe go slower, maybe flex your toes, maybe walk your feet a little further forward, a little further back, and just see if you can find something that feels really therapeutic for you. Eventually come back to center so feet stay wide and just let your knees fall in towards each other. It's fine if they touch, it's fine if they don't touch. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or if you would like, both hands to your belly. And just send your breath down into your low back and your pelvic bowl. Invitation to close your eyes, and if you want to let your breath become a little more effortless, maybe a little more just natural, then you're welcome to at this point. Take about 4 or 5 more deep breaths in constructive rest pose right here. And then lift your feet off the ground, hug your knees in gently, and just a little rock from side to side. You can grab your shins, your kneecaps, backs of thighs, whatever feels best. If you want to, you can grab your kneecaps and you can take your knees in different directions, so getting a little bit more into your hips. And then eventually, friends, we're gonna take a supine spinal twist. Let both of your knees fall over to the right. And I have to kind of scoop my hips around a bit, but eventually your knees will just rest on your right side. Left arm extends out to your left. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. So why I scoop my hips around is so that I can be in a sustainable position with a nice long spine. So feel free to scoot your hips back or however you need to adjust so that this feels sustainable and your spine feels like, obviously it's twisting, but it's not, it's just nice and long from the crown of your head all the way down to the base. It's not curving a lot. You can really just let gravity do the work here, or if you want to bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, apply a little bit of gentle pressure, you are welcome to. Your next couple rounds, bringing your knees back to center, and before you go to the other side, neutralize your spine. So take a little rock or give your knees a big squeeze, like a little tiny potato bug ball. You could also take a happy baby if you want to neutralize your spine. And then eventually just let both of your knees fall over to the left side. And right arm extends out to the right, or cactus your right arm on the ground. Try to keep the front of your heart, front of your shoulders open towards the sky. If you want to apply that little bit of gentle leverage, left hand to the outside of right thigh is perfectly welcome. Breathe all the way down into your belly. end of your next exhale, or if you want to take a couple more to even yourself out, that's fine. When you feel pretty even, bring it back to center. Once again, just take a moment, hug your knees in, little rock or big squeeze. And then eventually everyone happy baby pose, but no rush getting there. If happy baby doesn't feel good to you, maybe you take supine frog pose, so just grabbing the backs of your thighs like this. That's fine, it's a modification. Otherwise, you can grab the soles of your, or the outer edges of your feet, or peace fingers around big toes. Hold down with your arms, press up through your heels, traction out your spine. You can rock it out, you can extend one leg, you can extend the other leg or both legs. Work with your happy baby for about 3 more breaths. And then invitation to move into either legs up the invisible wall, or if you have a wall at home and you want to use it, feel free. Just simply extending your legs up. Sometimes if I don't have a block, I bring my hands underneath my sacrum, make a little diamond with my thumbs and index fingers, and that's like nice and supportive for the low back in this pose. Also, you could bring a block on the lowest setting under your sacrum if you want to. Or you can move into a plow pose if plow feels good to you. And here, I'm gonna just shake my legs out. You don't have to, you can do anything you want. You can be still if you want. And I'm even gonna kind of bounce my legs, bending my knees. If you wanna look, you can. So it just looks like this. Boom, boom, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. You can try if you want, you do not have to. I actually don't like having my hands under my sacrum right now, so I'm removing them. So feel what feels best to you. Wherever you're at, about 3 more breaths. And then after about 3 more breaths, ease your way out of your inversion. Invitation to bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall open. And as you come into this pose with your knees open, invitation to wrap your arms around yourself like you're giving yourself a hug and just grab the backs of your shoulders. Take about 2 huge breaths here. Keep your legs the same, but switch your arms so the opposite arm is on top. Grab the backs of your shoulders and take 2 more deep breaths. And then lift your knees up. Hug your knees in so you can let go with your arms and just grab hold of your knees, shins, backs of thighs. Take one last little rock. Maybe give your knees one last big squeeze. Maybe take one last full body stretch, whatever's calling to you. And then just settle in to your final relaxation. So corpse pose is perfect. Or if there's some other position you want to take, if you have a blanket, a bolster, or anything else you want to use, some sort of prop, please feel free. My water bottle, oh, there it is. So at this point, just let go of any efforting, any control of your breath. Just let your body take over, let your body breathe you. Let your muscles relax and soften. Rather than wondering what's coming next and going to the next thing already in your mind, see if you can stay a little longer and just give yourself this time to pause, to notice, to feel, and to soak in all the efforts, all the energy of your practice today. Shavasana. Get deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. And just slowly begin to bring movement, gentle movement back into your body. Eventually roll on to either side, fetal position. As you rest on your side, I'm going to read to you. This is a reading by Nicole Jane Hobbs. It says, growing up, I never knew a relaxed woman. Successful women, yes. Productive women, plenty. Anxious and afraid and apologetic women, heaps of them. But relaxed women, at ease women, women who aren't afraid to take up space in the world, women who prioritize rest and pleasure and play, women who give themselves unconditional permission to relax without guilt, without apology, without feeling like they need to earn it. I'm not sure I've ever met a woman like that, but I would like to become one. I would like us all to become one. For one last moment, just feel into, what does rest feel like in your body? What does rest feel like in your nervous system? This calm, peaceful state, it's valuable. It's resetting, rejuvenating. Use the strength of your arms to help yourself up into a seat. And just gather your hands to your heart center. Bow your head to your heart, just in acknowledgement and gratitude. Thank yourself for taking time out of your day to pause and rest, to recover, to reset, to reconnect. Thank you so, so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Okey-doke, my friends. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks. That was wonderful.
Oh, good.
Amazing.
Glad you enjoyed.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you.
New
Okay, bye,
month.
guys. Love ya. Have a good one.